Well, good morning, friends, and happy Wednesday to you. Now, the other day we read a book called Duck on a Bike. Do you remember this book? And at the end of the story, there was a little hint. I said, gee, what would the story end with a duck with a tractor? And then I told you yesterday that we had another duck adventure coming. Well, here it is. Today's book is David Shannon, Duck on a Tractor. Are you ready to see what kind of adventures our friend Duck might be able to get into? Let's see what David Shannon has planned today for our friend Duck. Are you ready? Here we go. Now, our friends at Scholastic, we want to thank them for letting us read this book online since we're not able to do it in the library with you. Are you all set for Duck on a Tractor by David Shannon? Here we are. Down on the farm, Duck sometimes got wild ideas. One day he decided he could ride a bike. So he did. We saw that, didn't we, the other day? Sure. Well, then he spotted the tractor. I bet I can drive a tractor, he said. The other animals weren't so sure, but they all said, well, if he can ride a bike, maybe he can drive a tractor too. What do you think? Are you going to make a prediction already? Do you think he's going to be able to do that? Let's find out. Duck climbed on the tractor and he looked around. He pushed some pedals and wiggled a metal stick, but nothing happened. Then a shiny little piece of metal by the steering wheel caught his eye. He pulled it out. He pushed it in. Then he turned it, and all of a sudden the tractor shook and coughed and rumbled, and it began to move. At first it moved very slowly, and it jerked a lot, but it was fun. Duck drove around the barnyard until he got the hang of it. Then he stopped in front of the other animals. "Climb on, everybody," shouted Duck. Oh my goodness, look at that. I wonder how he can reach all those pedals even. Dog was first. He jumped right up next to Duck. "Woof," said Dog. But what he really thought was, "We're going for a ride." To everyone's surprise, Cow clambered on next. "Moo," said Cow. But what he thought was, "This is the silliest thing I've ever done." Pig and Pig took a seat in the back. "Oink, oink, oink," said Pig and Pig. But what they thought was, "This sure beats walking." Look how cozy the pigs are in the back. They look very cozy indeed. Those animals enjoy having a ride on a tractor, don't they? Then came Chicken, Mouse, and Goat. "Squawk, squawk," said Chicken. But what she thought was, "Last one on is a rotten egg." "Squeak," said Mouse. But what she thought was, "I can see everything from up there." "Ma," said Goat. But what he thought was, "I'm hungry. Does the garbage dump have a drive-through?" Oh my goodness, that goat, you know, he'll eat anything. Look at that picture. Can you spot Chicken in the wheel well? Next up were Horse and Cat. Cat jumped up gracefully onto the tractor. Horse, not so much. "Meow," said Cat. But what she thought was, "I was going to take a nap, but this should be very interesting." You know, cats can be quite curious. The horse said, "Nay," but what he thought was, "I think I'd rather walk." Look at this horse. He doesn't look too excited to be on top of that tractor, does he? That's a lot of animals on top of a tractor. The only one left on the ground was Sheep. "Bah," said Sheep. But what she thought was, "This is too dangerous." get on, Sheep, everyone shouted. But Sheep wouldn't budge. So Duck started driving away without her. Wait, cried Sheep, don't leave me here all alone. And she ran after the truck and took a flying leap right onto it. Quack, yelled the duck. But what he thought was, wahoo! Look at that sheep. Duck seems excited to have all the friends on top of that tractor, huh? Duck steered the tractor down the lane and out onto the main road. And before long, they were driving right through the middle of town. It was lunchtime, so most people were in the diner. They all looked up when Duck and the other animals passed by the big window. Oh my goodness, see, here's the diner over here. And everyone's looking out the window wondering what on earth is driving down the street. Imagine being in a restaurant and looking out and seeing a duck driving a tractor with all those farm animals on top. A little boy named Edison was having lunch with his grandma. Did you ever? Gasped Grandma. But what she thought was, a duck on a tractor? That's impossible. That's totally awesome, Edison shouted. But what he thought was, no one's going to believe this. Marcine, the waitress, looked up from her pad and noticed Cat. Heavens to Betsy, she exclaimed. But what she was thinking was, I do like cats. Deputy Bob blabbered, if that don't beat all. But what he thought was, how am I going to explain this to my sheriff? Uh-oh, if he has to explain this to the sheriff, there's going to be a lot of explaining to do. A man named Otis chimed in. I must be seeing things. But what he thought was, oh no, not again. Holy cow, hollered Manny the cook. But what he thought was, holy cow, because Manny usually just said exactly what he was thinking. The mayor almost choked on his pie. Good gravy, he sputtered. But what he thought was, those pigs are even fatter in the tummy than I am. Oh my goodness. Look at that silly picture. All those people in the diner are not sure what to think about seeing all those animals on the tractor. Corky just whistled, but what he thought was, that duck is smarter than he looks. Gwen came out of the restroom. Would you look at that, she exclaimed. But what she thought was, I can't see a thing without my glasses. Farmer Odell observed, that's a dang nice tractor. But what he thought was, hey, wait a minute, that's my tractor. Uh-oh, he realized it was his tractor they were on. Uh-oh. He decided he'd better go after it. He ran out the door and everyone else ran out too, chasing after him. Here they go. Do you think they're going to catch him? They sure are in a hurry to see if they can catch the tractor with all the animals. By this time, Duck had turned on to the next street. The tractor shuddered to a stop. Duck tried turning the shiny little piece of metal again, but nothing happened. I don't know much about spelling, said Dog, but I think that the letter E means we're at the end of our ride. E for end? E also means empty. Maybe they're out of gas. Sheep cleared her throat. You know, I think we might get in trouble for this. And yelled Duck, let's get out of here. Just as Farmer Odell and everyone from the diner came around the corner. And look, can you see the gas gauge that says E for empty? Do you think they'll get away in time? Make a prediction. Oh, here's all the people looking. But it appears they're looking at an empty tractor. Everyone burst out laughing. Nah, it couldn't have been. It was an optical illusion, exclaimed Otis. Farmer Odell said he must have left the tractor running by accident. I guess that explains it, said Deputy Bob, and they all went back to the diner to finish their lunch. I guess they didn't want to believe that there was any chance that the animals had been there. And no one ever admitted that on that day they had seen a cow, a goat, a cat, a dog, a sheep, a chicken, a horse, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck, all on a tractor. Look at that. The end. And that's the end of Duck on a Tractor by David Shannon and Scholastic Books. I hope you enjoyed our duck adventures this week, friends. And I hope you have a beautiful day today. I will see you one more time this week, okay? So stay tuned. Until then, have a fabulous day and go do something really kind for somebody. Bye. I miss you.